Hey friends, welcome back to Irish Acres Homestead. I'm Missy. Today is the day to work on the pig area. If you've been following us, you know that we have no place for our bucks to go. We have Nigerian dwarf goats and our bucks don't have their own area, but boy do they need it. So today, Joe and I are gonna work on redoing the fence here in the pig area to make it goat proof because they don't care about the electric fence. So we have to actually install a fence that they can't jump. So we're gonna be working on that today. Joe is also gonna be putting up the roofing panels on the pig structure, and hopefully we can get some plywood up on the sides of this to create some three-sided shelters for both the pigs and the bucks. My job right now is to install more T-posts. The T-posts that are currently here are really far apart because they've just been for hot wire. So I'm gonna be adding in more T-posts. We're gonna put the new fence up, and then we're gonna take down the old hot wire, and then we're gonna actually redo a couple strands of hot wire on the inside of the fence. Probably won't get to that for a little while. This is a large area, and it's a lot of fence. My parents are in town, they have the kids. I don't know that we're gonna be able to get this done in a day, but we're gonna try. Let's peek on the piggies before we get started. They are big now. Big, big, big piggies.
Look at you fatties. Look at you, fatty. You got a dirty face, little girl. Hi. You guys are dirty. What you doing? What you doing? Nice shot.
And Wilbur's just living his best life here. I think I put in about 10 T-posts. That was a workout. I can't stretch the fence by myself, so I'm waiting for Joe to get back. In the meantime, I'm gonna go harvest some stuff for my woodland fire cider. So here's the deal. Everybody talks about fire cider. I know it's really good for you. I hate the taste of traditional fire cider. So I'm gonna put my own little spin on a fire cider for our family this year, and I'm gonna gather some stuff out of the forest for that. So I'm gonna go get a drink of water, head up to the house, and then we'll head out and take a little walk. This is Douglas fir. I'm gonna harvest some of this. I just like to take the tender tips of the fir. And then this one behind me is a Grand Fir. I'm gonna harvest some of that. Also, I find that they all have kind of different flavor profiles and pretty similar health benefits, but I like the variety. I just feel like you get more when you have a variety. And just like with the Douglas fir, I'm gonna take the tips of the Grand Fir. The smell of the Grand Fir is just amazing. I just love it so much. This is probably my favorite smell in the whole wide world. I'm harvesting primarily Grand Fir with a little bit of Douglas fir, and then we're gonna go try to find some pine. We don't have very many pine trees on our land, but there is one big one behind me. I'm just not sure if I can reach the needles. And then I'm also gonna harvest a little bit of cedar. I'm not gonna put a ton of cedar in my fire cider, but isn't it pretty? Cedar's so pretty. And then up above us is the pine. I don't see any low branches. Definitely don't wanna harvest needles that have fallen, but I think this is our only pine tree. Let's see. See if I can pull down a branch that has some fresh needles on it. Oh, you may not be able to. It's so tall. This pine tree's huge. As you can see, it's a huge pine tree. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any needles from it. So It means I'm gonna have to go on a bit of a hike to find a pine tree. I am gonna just take a quick peek through the forest to see if there's any others hiding in here. We haven't utilized any of this land yet. It's just hanging out, waiting for us to get creative. Let's see. Oh, pine trees, where are you? We have a lot of pine trees down at the lower elevations, but up here, not a lot. I don't see any pine trees. All right, I am finding some Usnea, so I'm gonna gather that off the trees and add that in. I'm also thinking I will add some birch bark to this. I'm tangled in hot wire.
Let's get to it.
I'm tangled. I can't get to it. I'm just all tangled up here. Mess of hot wire. Jeez.
Liv, she's right there. Just Mothra, come here. Mothra, come on. Come on. She's coming. Let her get on you. Miss, go
Where
get her.
is she?
Put your arm out and she'll come on you.
Mothra,
Mothra,
Mothra.
come on, baby.
She's stuck. Here.
I know. I said go get
Here,
her.
you pinch that then. No, go get her. Come here, kitty. You stay away from her. That's mean. Yeah, I know he is. Froggy, leave her alone.
Just put it on your shoulder. She'll stay there. Or put it on mine.
Whoops.
He's like, okay, this lady's trying to jack me up too.
Are you a cat guy now?
I like Mothra. I don't know about the other ones. I like Mothra.
She's not gonna like that noise.
I know she's not. That's the problem.
This is pretty boring work. So we'll come back later. I am gonna do that fire cider. My gathering got sabotaged by fence making, so I may not get to that until tomorrow. All right, our fence project is on hold for a minute because this is the day after, and we had some sheep to pick up. We got a really good deal on 6 Icelandic sheep that we're gonna process for meat. We don't have any pasture, but our friends here, Dre and Andy, have a bunch of land that needs to get mowed. So we are currently moving these sheep onto their land. There's Joe with the trailer of sheep. We're moving the sheep onto their land, and then we'll process them in a couple weeks. So let's go take a peek. They are some scared sheep.
It works.
That's all right, sheep.
Or the flood, I had the...
These sheep will have about an acre of tall grass and weeds. They're gonna love it. We've got a trough for them here. There you go.
Yeah.
So we have hauled pigs in this makeshift livestock trailer, and now we've hauled sheep in it. So if you can't afford a livestock trailer, but you have a flatbed trailer, you can modify it with some panels. Oh, poor sheep. And you will have a livestock trailer. All the way open?
We can put this, well...
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, try to get it this way.
So Drea, here's the question.
Yeah, you put that right here.
Do you want to process all of them for meat?
There
Or do you want to keep two
And then I'll
and
go
breed
right
some
here.
for more meat next year?
You just take
Oh, I guess
Take
we need to think about it. Talking to Andy. We need to think about it.
Do well.
I want to come over here to film, so you stand on that side, Drea. I want to get him.
What are you doing? You just gotta pop it, man. You just gotta pop it.
You want it open or not?
Wait, are they gonna run at me? Am I?
You're the
Yeah, they're
gate.
totally gonna come after
You're the gate. They're not
you.
gonna.
I'll stand. I'll be right here. They're not gonna do.
Buckle there.
Alright, come on.
Alright, I'm here. I'll help you guys in case one of them
Your
goes
dad, other
brave
side,
speed.
yeah.
Brave Andy behind the pallet.
Hiding behind the 6-year-old.
Drea, can you go?
Look at the action.
Can you go behind them and run them this way?
They'll hurt some sheep.
Drea.
Hard sheep, Mama, hurt
You might
sheep.
have
Bird
to
sheep.
slap him on the tushy.
There you
All
go.
right, I'm getting in with you guys.
Oh yeah, then they'll run.
All right, I'm coming in. Oh man, this is cozy.
There's food.
Oh jeez. Oh yeah.
They don't want to go out. There you go.
Come on.
Oh,
go
you're gonna
for
love
the
it.
ride.
Come on, you're gonna love it. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go.
They're like, oh, free at last. Free at last.
There
Nice
you
work,
go,
Drea.
sheep. Nice work, team.
They're free
Then
at
they
last.
are ready to eat. There.
Yeah, no, they're going to work.
Happy sheep. They're gonna hang out here until we get around to processing them, and we will video that when it's time. All right, let's finish this fire cider. I have my cedar, my fir, some rose hips, a little bit of usnea, and then some other things that I'm gonna put in it. I have this jar of honey that is almost gone, so I'm just gonna start my fire cider in here. I'm not gonna worry about the fact that it's kind of solidified because we're putting vinegar in this, and the vinegar is gonna end up liquefying the honey. It's gonna get shaken, and so if you have a jar of honey, this is a half gallon, that's almost gone. It's a good time to make your fire cider, just to make it easy on yourself. I'm gonna try to do this so you guys can see, but I don't really have a good setup for this, so. All right, so I'm just gonna take all of my cedar, my fir, and stick it right in. I'm not gonna chop it or anything. Just shove it on in. My parents are here visiting from Oregon. You might hear a little bit of noise in the background. It's just life. So there's my Douglas fir, my Grand Fir. My jar is pretty full with my fir and cedar and pine. Did I end up getting pine? I did not end up getting pine. So this is just, I forgot what I harvested. This is just fir and cedar in here, and that's fine. So I'm gonna take these rose hips. I'm gonna smash my rose hips a little bit just to open them up and pop those in there. And I just do it the way I do garlic. Take my knife, smash it on the counter, pop it in. I've got about a half a cup of my rose hips in here. This is gonna be a kitchen sink fire cider. Here's the fire in the fire cider. I've got some hot dried peppers from my garden back in Oregon. I'm gonna toss just one in there because they were pretty hot, pretty spicy. Birch bark has some great medicinal qualities, so why not toss it in? I love these sort of wild, foraged, harvested things. And then the usnea, and there's the usnea, not much, just a little for fun. Some star anise in here. You can really put whatever you want in here. This is kind of more like a shrub than an actual fire cider because I'm not putting the garlic and stuff in. I just don't like the way it tastes, and I like to enjoy things. So some cloves in there. This is gonna be kind of a Christmassy fire cider. I have some vinegar that's been sitting for maybe, I don't know, a month and a half. Oh no, 2 months. Some vinegar that's been sitting for 2 months. This is wild marjoram vinegar. Oh, that's hard. That's hard to get open. That corroded. Oh no. Daddy, I might need you to open this. Note to self, don't use metal lids when you're doing vinegar. So come meet my daddy. Come here, meet the YouTube people. This is my daddy, Denny.
Hello. Good to meet you.
And he's gonna try to open that for me. But
I'm old, so
he's
we'll
old,
see.
so it might not work. Oh, he can't do it either.
Nope, that's stuck.
Uh-oh. Stuck?
Sorry.
Shoot. We may not be
some
putting...
hot water. The stickiness is that some hot water might Loosen it up.
Got it. Smart daddy, that's right, hot water. I'm gonna strain it out. Woo, and just use the vinegar. I think this will add a nice little element to our fire cider. And the majority of these ingredients were harvested off our land, which is really exciting. I love it. That was just a little bit of vinegar. So now I'm gonna cover it the rest of the way with vinegar. And this is apple cider vinegar. And I'm out of apple cider vinegar. So it's gonna stay like this until I can go down to my bulk food storage and grab out more apple cider vinegar. So the idea is you'll cover it with apple cider vinegar, you'll shake it a few times a day and let it sit for about a month. Then you will have a fire cider that doesn't taste yucky like most fire ciders. So maybe we'll bust into this together and taste it together. This should be a nice tasting medicinal elixir for the winter time. All right, that's it. The sheep gathering and dropping off went super smoothly, as you saw. That was awesome. Our fence is still not finished, but hopefully will be soon. We'll update you on our pig barn, buck barn fence situation next week. Oh, one more thing. The collaboration that I did with Homestead Mamas, our surprise is out. It is a holiday magazine. I don't have my physical copy in hand yet, but I'm gonna put the link to order in the description of this video. Pre-sales start October 31st. I have an article about wool and then a egg ornament craft in there. And it is a beautiful physical magazine, over 100 pages of recipes and crafts and stories, all centered around the holidays from all of the homestead mamas you love. So many women I look up to are in this magazine. So if you want to support our homestead directly, you can use the link that's in the description of this video to pre-order. Make sure you're following over on Instagram, where I'm teasing little photos and things. And we're gonna have a lot of really fun things coming up for the Homestead Mamas members. So there's gonna be bake-alongs. I'm gonna do the egg craft live with people. There's gonna be soap making. So lots of really fun live tutorials to match the recipes and the crafts in the magazine. So if you aren't a Homestead Mamas member, head on over to the Homestead Mamas Instagram. It's just Homestead Mamas. Again, I'll put the link in the description of the video, and join us in our membership. We have a lot of fun. I have met some of my dearest friends there, and it has been such a blessing. So more about the magazine to come. When I get my physical copy, I will show you. But it's really something special, and I feel honored to have been a part of it. So that's it for this week, friends. Have a blessed day. We will see you next week.